Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Get to it in just a minute, guys.
And beaten up in the
99.9% of apps lie about how much money you can make by playing games. The Best Play app doesn't lie. Best Play is an honest app that doesn't promise huge earnings. Earn a small amount per week.
No, be right with you guys. Okay. How you guys doing today? Doing alright. It's hot in here. It's hot in Texas today. Yeah, Trump's DOJ is something else. I don't know if you guys heard today, but Pam Bondi released some statements today that they're going after James Comey and Brent, who was an intelligence agency under Biden, I think. Yeah, criminal charges. They filed criminal charges over the Russia investigation into Trump. I mean, talking about weaponizing the DOJ. And what about the Epstein tapes, man? That is crazy. You said you had them. Come to find out, now you're saying there is no client list. What about everybody who was screaming, oh, Bill Clinton is on the client list. If they're all on the client list and they was at Epstein Island, all of them need to go to jail. I don't care. If they was doing what they was doing, what's allegedly claimed, they should all be in jail for what they did to these minors. And if you know anything about that, the girl that Epstein was accused of graping, like grape juice, graping. She was found in Mar-a-Lago by Epstein. I think she was like 14. That's the one, yeah. So what was she doing working in Mar-a-Lago at 14? And she the one that just, I'm just gonna say passed away. She committed suicide not too long ago, maybe a couple of months ago. Did she or didn't she? We have no idea. Now they saying it's a minute missing off the tapes. The DOJ put out, like, what's going on with that? That's what I'm wondering. What's going on with that? I mean, just to say, there's nothing more to see here. There's a lot to see, but you just don't want to show it to us. We already know the truth anyway. You want to call him a creep now, but when you was partying with them young girls, you wouldn't call him a creep then. say he date his own daughter. That's the creep. Now listen to Trump. Listen to Trump. He don't even want you to talk about Epstein. He don't even want you to mention the word Epstein around him. There we go.
One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for an American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape?
Yeah, sure. If I
Could
could,
I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
Yeah, he's just creep now, but yeah, before he wasn't that creep. When you was partying with him, he wasn't that creep, was he? Yeah, he wasn't that creep. He was your wingman when y'all was messing with them young girls. That's what you and Epstein, bro. Y'all some sorry motherfuckers, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Him and Epstein, Trump and Epstein, some sorry motherfuckers. They know what they was doing. And then you won't even release it. You don't even want to release the tapes. You don't even want to release them now. Which is crazy as hell. You have no idea. They have no idea what they're doing. Trying to find this other and Kimberly Guilfoyle. I mean, I don't even know what the hell she gonna do in Congress. Don Jr.'s ex-girlfriend. What the hell is she supposed to be doing in the White House? Yeah, I have no idea where it went to. It's somewhere around here. Nope. That's not it. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, they said they was gonna release everything.
Hey. Yeah, you're not actually. Bush guy, cold and smooth survival suit.
Yeah, you said you was gonna release all the files.
it's almost promised. Administration officials have been repeatedly begging. Take a look.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients.
Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
We have
That's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. You know, you ever seen that Fox interview with Donald Trump when they asked him about the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files, and the Epstein files? He said he would release all three, but they cut the video. And his full response was that one a little less so, because you know it's a whole bunch of things mixed up in that whole world, and I wouldn't want to hurt anybody for some false allegations. That's what he said about the Epstein file.
some of MAGA's most
They said they had
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients.
Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
She did say it's sitting on my desk right now for me to review. She said the files were sitting on her desk. Now, Alina Hopper.
Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk.
Here goes.
Will come out. Now with Cash and Pam, there will be
Let me go back a little bit.
we have flight logs, we have information, names, that will come out. Now with Cash and Ham, there will
We
be
have
no
flight logs,
collateral.
information, names that will come out. Even Fox News went out there.
Sit well with the folks at Fox News. Take a look.
What happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
She was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that. They promised an exhaustive review. That's what they did. For any further details, I would refer you to the Department of Justice.
That is crazy. That is straight crazy. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back, guys. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, you don't want to release the Epstein tapes now? I mean, because you wrote them. That's the reason why you don't want to release them. Because Donald Trump is on the Epstein tapes. He's in the flight logs. He's in everything. That's the reason why they don't want to release the tapes. Which is crazy as hell, though. You don't want to release the Epstein tapes. We know you're all over the Epstein tapes. You can't, he can get out of anything. He got out of them, all of them felonies he's gotten. Donald Trump is a mastermind of bullshit. Now he got the full backing of the United States government behind him.
It's very easy to
There
get
is
under
nothing
Donald Trump.
he can't do and get away with it.
But Mark, for you
You're
it's
saying the
personal.
whole time you're gonna release the tape, and then you say there is no Epstein files, there is no client list. So what did what's her name, Ghislaine Maxwell? What did she go to jail for? Sex trafficking minors. So she's the only one that went to jail. You know, Prince Andrew, he was also messing with Dupre. The one seasided herself about a couple of months ago. Dupre was found working at Trump Mar-a-Lago when she was 14. Jeffrey Epstein seen her, and that's the one he got accused of messing with. Yeah, it was Dupre. Dupre is the one, but where's the rest of them guys at? If you say Bill Clinton on there, show the file. I forgot that one congressman. He was in a wheelchair, and he said that Congress ain't nothing but a sex field, like drug or G, you know, like something like that. He's right. That's all they do up there. That's why they prescribe the doctor up there. They prescribing all kind of pills and shit. I mean, half of the Congress people up there high and drunk all day long. But him not releasing the Epstein files and say there is no files, how the hell are you gonna say The file is on my desk. I'm finna review it, and then to say, oh, there is no Epstein file. Everybody, you've been saying it. Well, we got the files, we got the evidence, and we're gonna release the names. Now you're saying there is no name. Why? Because Trump is. They would have to redact so much shit that they know that they would be caught. They were like, well, what's these names? Why is all this redacted? Because it's going to show that Trump. Everybody knew Trump was on the jet, the Lolita. He messed with Melania. That's when they first messed around on the Lolita Express. That's the proof. They said that. Trump has been to Epstein Island so many times, and if you look him up, he's been to a couple of P. Diddy parties, and P. Diddy had freak-offs at Trump Tower. It came out of the case. What hotels, where were you at if some of these stuff? Someone was at Trump Tower, and you see Melania and Trump and P. Diddy together in all white. It was like one of those white parties. So what happened there, I'm not saying Trump was in no way, shape, or form involved with P. Diddy. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that some of this stuff happened on his property. I am saying that. Yeah, there is nothing more to see here on Epstein. Everybody is losing their effing minds over this. Especially a lot of right-wingers. I don't care if you're independent, right-wing, or Republican, or I mean, it just doesn't matter to me. I'm still coming from a place where we can agree to disagree. You have your beliefs, I have mine. It would never make me hate you, like a lot of people that's doing, this what's going on around. I can't even talk. What's going on now? A lot of hatred because of political party. A lot of hatred because you're a Democrat or you're a Republican. Now I hate you because you voted for this guy. I don't hate anybody for their beliefs. If you truly believe that Trump was going to help you and your family, that's the guy you would vote for, right? And I truly believe the other way was going to help me and my family. That's who I'm going to vote for. So where is the hate coming in because I'm looking out for my family? There is no hate. Not from me. There is no hate. And then he said, Trump said he would date his own daughter. I mean, come on, that's nasty, man. Let me find it for you. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it already, but just to hear it again. Just to hear it again, guys. That's it. Yeah. Here we go. This is sickening. So you can't blame him and Epstein is pretty much the same. Trump and Epstein is just because Epstein got caught, you backed away from him. But before he got caught, you and Prince Andrew y'all didn't have a problem with that. Y'all didn't have a problem with what he was doing either.
And it would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine.
If she posed, it would be fine, but if they put her picture on...
It depends.
This is Melania. I mean, this is Ivanka and Trump talking about Ivanka posing in like a magazine.
Inside the magazine.
Well, see, that's her gripe. That's this girl's gripe. People assume there'll be nude photos.
Right, you do assume that.
Okay,
If they weren't, you wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird! Stop!
Yeah, that is very, very weird, guys. Super weird. Super weird. I can't even believe you just said that. It make me about to throw up. Weirdo, man. Straight weirdo. Let me go check my food real quick. And I will be right back, guys. Yeah, straight weirdo. God said he had dated his own daughter. That's weird as hell. But then you want to say, he called Epstein, what do you call him today? He called him something. But if you say this about your own daughter, then you just as bad as him.
That's
Right.
this girl's wife.
And
You
there was
assume there'll be nude photos.
Right, you do assume that.
Misleading.
Okay, she
But if they
doesn't.
weren't, you wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure.
Oh, no.
Right, you do assume that.
Misleading.
Okay, she
But if they
doesn't.
weren't, you wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they.
Yeah, that's very weird, guys. Super weird. Super duper weird. Super duper weird. He dated his own daughter.
We're using her to.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, stop it. You're so weird, dude. You're weird. Let me check on my food. But I didn't vote. I didn't vote for him. Everybody else did. I ain't gonna vote for a guy that said he dated his own daughter. You know, General Kelly, when he was in the last Trump White House, Ivanka worked for him. He used to say, well, he did come out and say that when she used to walk out, he'd say, "Ain't that a nice piece of ass?" And they say, "Mr. President, that's your daughter." And he'd just like kind of shrug his shoulders. He liked that for real about his daughter. He wouldn't mess with her. He already said that.
I think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
You heard that? She does have a nice figure. I've always said if she wasn't my daughter, perhaps I would be dating. How do the hell you look at your own daughter like that? How do you look at your own child like that? That dude is a effing monster. Seriously, an effing monster. Yeah, if anybody looking at that coin right there, that is a German tin mark. Silver.
Your future is at your finger.
I'm trying to get it. Yeah, that's crazy. That man said he would date his own daughter.
Donald Trump has every right to be proud of his daughter. Ivanka is a successful, Ivy League educated businesswoman, author, and mother.
This is crazy.
She's now helping run his campaign and introduced her father at the Republican convention. Yet at times, his fatherly praise is downright cringeworthy, like on The View in 2006.
Said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
So weird. Stop. You know what? You are.
Far from protecting his daughter.
That is sick. That is real sick. That is sick. That man got real problems. He's so thin-skinned though. Like if you say something about him, then you gonna feel the whole wrath of what Trump can dish out. If you say one thing bad, I mean you can't even say, the news people can't even say anything bad about him. He's gonna try to take their license away. And I thought he was about free speech. Oh, free speech is what he says it is. I forgot. Yeah, what he said it is. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Free speech is what he says it is. He's already said only him and Pam Bondi can tell you what the law is in the United States. Only him and Pam Bondi can tell us American citizens what law is what law is. It don't matter if you got a degree in law and you know the law, but he can still tell you that's wrong. Yep. This is crazy. I mean, I don't. You going after Brennan and Comey now? You filed criminal charges against Brennan and Comey today. One was intelligence. Everybody knows James Comey is director of the FBI. Yeah, they have criminal charges because Trump didn't like the way that they handled the Russia investigation. If it is what you say it is, and there was no harm done, and you didn't do it, and it said you didn't do it, that's what you said. What? Open up another can of worms because somebody, oh, I forgot they said something about you. They said something about you, now you gotta go after them. That dude is a fucking mob boss, man. That's exactly what he reminds me of. And that's how you do these tariffs. You do the tariffs like, what do you say? I'm gonna send out a letter. And the letter is gonna have a specific number on it, and they're gonna accept it or they're not gonna be able to deal with the United States. It just reminds me of like the Godfather's like, you got a really nice place here, and be ashamed if something happened to it. It's like, it just reminds me of that shit. Yeah. Yeah, but this is really, really crazy. We should have more people in the chat. My allergies messing after all of that rain and grass out there. Let me check my food real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Sorry about it took so long. I had to watch my food real quick. Well, that'll be about, I don't know, man. It's just weird. I've never seen somebody strong on the government like that. Now that there's, so many people going to jail, there's judges going to jail, there's mayors that been going, mayors going to jail, there's now FBI, ex-FBI agent or director James Comey got an investigation. Brennan's got an investigation, criminal investigation to watch those immunizations. And just they are using the DOJ to go after people that Trump doesn't like. It's just plain and simple. All right, thank you guys. Plain and simple.